Odyssey of Semantic Creation. Chapter 1. In the shimmering embrace of the ocean, a testament to the settlers' unwavering faith and innovative prowess, stood proudly the magnificent graphene ship named Mercurio. A masterpiece born from the collective creativity and resilience of the diverse crew, Mercurio soared above the waves as a beacon of hope, a vessel designed not just for physical navigation but also as a conduit for the unique language embedded within the 3DGR landscape. The Hunter-class sailing ship, Mercurio, was a marvel to behold, adorned with the intricate geometry of the 3DGR batteries that powered its every movement. The ship's graphene sails, like ethereal wings, caught the island winds with grace, propelling it forward with a majestic purpose. Each sail bore the imprints of the additive manufacturing table symbols, meticulously weaving 3DGR into the sail, creating a living tapestry of the settlers' linguistic journey. The prow of the ship, comprised of 3DGR named Mercurio, resonated with the vibrant hues, representing the foundational faiths that anchored the settlers' spirits. As the settlers navigated the intricate seas, the 3DGR batteries hummed in harmonious unison, a symphony of linguistic interaction echoing through the sails and hull. The language of the settlers came alive on the deck of Mercurio. Tempo and rhythm, the synchronic swords of Dillon E.T, were present with their 3DGR hilts, ready to decode the linguistic patterns of the future. The settlers, led by Dillon E.T, engaged in a linguistic dance, their words and gestures intricately choreographed by the rules of interaction. As they communicated, the table symbols manifested additional 3DGR in the ship's structure, creating a dynamic representation of the settlers' unity and purpose. Elizabeth, with her grace and intellect, took the helm of Mercurio's linguistic haven. The library on board, a marvel of architectural brilliance, housed the collective knowledge acquired from diverse backgrounds. It was a sanctuary where the settlers converged to share stories, decode the mysteries, and further enrich their linguistic tapestry. Lucy Stearns, the linguistic mentor, moved seamlessly across the ship, unraveling the intricacies of the 3DGR language. Her guidance allowed Dillon E.T to unlock the potential of tempo and rhythm, creating a linguistic synergy that echoed in every creak of the ship's wooden frame. The settlers, under Lucy's mentorship, harnessed the additive manufacturing information system, blending language and construction in a harmonious dance upon the deck. Commander Imhotep, drawing inspiration from ancient Egyptian wisdom, ensured that Mercurio's construction reflected not just physical strength but also the interconnected dance of human dynamics. The ship's structure mirrored the pyramids of old, embodying the fusion of spirituality, leadership, and engineering prowess. As Mercurio sailed through uncharted waters, it carried with it the echoes of ancient wisdom and the settlers' determination to build a meaningful life on the high seas. Aaron Sawyer, the master competitor, transformed the ship into a grand arena of excellence. His competitive spirit manifested in the ship's lookout towers, boats, and water wheels, each structure a testament to the settlers' ability to surpass their own limitations. Mercurio became a floating testament to the transformative power of healthy competition, a dynamic entity driven by the settlers' multifaceted skills. As Mercurio sailed on, powered by the innovative 3DGR batteries, the settlers continued to grow and thrive. The language of the island resonated in every gust of wind, in the creaking of the sails, and in the vibrant hues of the 3DGR batteries adorning the ship. The odyssey of semantic creation continued, propelled forward by the Hunter-class sailing ship, Mercurio, a living embodiment of the settlers' faith, wisdom, and linguistic prowess. The Tempest may rage, but Mercurio, guided by the settlers' unique language, remained steadfast on its course through the uncharted waters of Treasure Island. Chapter 2. The morning sun emerged timidly from behind the retreating storm clouds, casting its golden tendrils across the restless sea. The tempest that had battered Treasure Island the night before had receded, leaving in its wake a serene yet transformed landscape. The air was thick with the scent of salt and damp wood, and the sky, once tumultuous and gray, now painted itself in hues of gentle blues and wisps of lingering storm. On the shores of Treasure Island, where the resilient settlers had weathered the tempest, stood the majestic graphene ship, Mercurio. The Hunter-class sailing ship, a testament to the settlers' unwavering faith and linguistic ingenuity, stood proud against the backdrop of a clearing sky. Its sails, once billowing violently in the gale, now hung like majestic tapestries, bearing the intricate imprints of the table symbols woven into the fabric. The 3DGR batteries, which had powered Mercurio through the chaos of the storm, hummed in a subdued harmony. The vibrant hues of 3DGR adorned the prow of the ship, anchoring the spirits of the settlers who, like the ship itself, had weathered the linguistic tempest. As the settlers emerged from their shelters, led by Dillon E.T, the linguistic dance resumed on the deck of Mercurio. Tempo and rhythm, the synchronic swords, were once again present in their 3DGR hilts, ready to decode the linguistic patterns of the island. The settlers, each with their unique role and expertise, engaged in a choreography of words and gestures that mirrored the intricate dance of the stormy night. Elizabeth, with her grace and intellect, stood at the helm of Mercurio's linguistic haven. The library on board, still standing tall amidst the aftermath of the storm, beckoned the settlers to converge and share their stories. The table symbols, manifested in the ship's structure, now carried the echoes of the linguistic journey through the tempest, a living testament to the settlers' unity and resilience. Lucy Stearns, the linguistic mentor, moved amongst the settlers, unraveling the intricacies of the 3DGR language with a renewed vigor. Her guidance allowed Dillon E.T and the settlers to unlock the potential of tempo and rhythm, creating a linguistic synergy that echoed in every creak of the ship's wooden frame. The storm had tested not just the physical strength of Mercurio but also the resilience of the settlers' interconnected linguistic dance. Commander Imhotep, inspired by ancient wisdom, surveyed the ship's structure with a discerning eye. The pyramid-like form of Mercurio mirrored the fusion of spirituality, leadership, and engineering prowess. The storm had validated not just the physical strength of the ship but also the interconnected dance of human dynamics that fueled its journey through uncharted waters. Aaron Sawyer, the master competitor, looked out from the ship's lookout towers with a triumphant gaze. The structures, though battered by the storm, stood tall as symbols of the settlers' ability to surpass their own limitations. Mercurio, transformed into a grand arena of linguistic excellence, floated as a testament to the transformative power of healthy competition amongst the settlers. As Mercurio sailed on, guided by the settlers' unique language, the tempest may have raged the night before, but the ship and its linguistic crew remained steadfast on their course through the uncharted waters of Treasure Island. The odyssey of semantic creation continued, propelled forward by the Hunter-class sailing ship, Mercurio, a living embodiment of the settlers' faith, wisdom, and linguistic prowess. Chapter 3. The Tempest had subsided, leaving in its wake a ship battered but not broken, its linguistic tapestry frayed, yet the settlers on Mercurio remained resolute in their quest. The conclave of settlers, comprised of Dillon E.T, Elizabeth, Lucy Stearns, Imhotep, and Aaron Sawyer, gathered on the deck, their swords gleaming in the soft glow of the receding storm. Dillon E.T, the reader of the seven-sealed scroll, spoke first, his brown synchronic swords named tempo and rhythm at his side. "Friends, the Tempest has tested our mettle, but our linguistic creation endures. We stand at the precipice of Treasure Island, and the spoils await us. Let our synchronic swords dance once more to repair the linguistic threads and navigate us to the treasure." Elizabeth, the librarian with ruby synchronic swords named Electric and Echo, chimed in. "Aye, Dillon, the linguistic storm may have shaken us, but our swords hold the power to mend and guide. Let us consult the additive manufacturing information system and decipher the linguistic roadmap to Treasure Island." Lucy Stearns, wielding blue synchronic swords named Syntax and Structure, added her insight. "The syntax of our language may have been tested, but the storm has revealed opportunities for innovation. Let us capitalize on the damage, for in the chaos lies the potential to weave a more intricate and resilient linguistic tapestry." Imhotep, with gray synchronic swords named Intricate and Innovate, spoke with a wisdom inspired by ancient knowledge. "The storm has challenged not only our linguistic foundations but also our ability to innovate. Let us harness the power of our swords to fortify Mercurio and ensure its strength as we approach Treasure Island." Aaron Sawyer, the master competitor, rallied the crew with red synchronic swords named Design and Develop. The Tempest was a competition against nature itself. Now, let us turn it into a competition for excellence. Each stroke of our swords will be a step closer to claiming the treasure that awaits us on the island. As the settlers engaged in their dialogue, each swordbearer brought forth their unique linguistic perspective. The Mercurio projected a holographic representation to highlight the areas damaged by the storm. The settlers, armed with their personally named synchronic swords, discussed the intricate dance required to repair and reinforce the ship's linguistic structure. Dillon E.T directed tempo and rhythm to harmonize with the damaged sections, invoking the table symbols that would mend the syntax and pronunciation affected by the Tempest. Elizabeth, with Electric and Echo, deciphered the linguistic imprints on the sails, identifying areas where the ruby swords could infuse new energy and clarity. Lucy Stearns utilized syntax and structure to weave a web of linguistic coherence, ensuring that the repaired sections seamlessly integrated with the existing structure. Imhotep, drawing from the wisdom of his gray swords, delved into the intricacies of the damaged linguistic landscape, identifying opportunities for innovation and improvement. Aaron Sawyer, with Design and Develop, turned the repair process into a competitive endeavor, challenging the settlers to excel in their linguistic craftsmanship. Each stroke of the swords became a brushstroke on the canvas of Mercurio, transforming the ship into a living testament to the settlers' linguistic prowess. In the aftermath of the Tempest, the conclave of settlers, guided by their synchronic swords and the principles of the 3DGR language, worked in unison to repair and fortify Mercurio. The ship, now a reflection of their resilience and linguistic mastery, set sail towards Treasure Island, where the spoils of their linguistic odyssey awaited them. The dialogue and dance of swords continued, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and linguistic creation that defined the settlers' journey on the high seas. Chapter 4. The sun emerged cautiously from behind the dissipating clouds, casting a golden glow upon the battered but resilient graphene ship, Mercurio. The Tempest, a formidable adversary, had tested the settlers' linguistic mettle, leaving in its wake a transformed landscape. The conclave of settlers, led by Dillon E.T, gathered on the deck, their synchronic swords gleaming with the promise of linguistic creation. Dillon E.T, the reader of the seven-sealed scroll, stood at the forefront, his brown synchronic swords named Tempo and Rhythm sheathed at his side. The ship's holographic projection displayed the damaged areas where the storm had unraveled the intricate semantic structures woven into the 3DGR landscape. "Friends," Dillon E.T began, his voice resonating with authority, "the Tempest has challenged us, but our linguistic creation endures. We stand on the precipice of Treasure Island, and the spoils await us. Our swords, our 3DGR, and the Amos shall guide us to claim the linguistic treasure that lies within." Elizabeth, the librarian with ruby synchronic swords named Electric and Echo, stepped forward. "Dillon, the storm has revealed vulnerabilities in our linguistic tapestry, but it has also presented opportunities for innovation. Let us consult the additive manufacturing information system and decipher the roadmap to Treasure Island. Electric and Echo shall weave new threads into our linguistic sail, enhancing its clarity and energy." Lucy Stearns, wielding blue synchronic swords named Syntax and Structure, added her insight. "The syntax of our language may have been tested, but the storm has shown us the way to refine and fortify. With syntax and structure, we shall unravel the intricacies of the damaged linguistic landscape, creating a more resilient web of coherence." Commander Emotep, inspired by ancient wisdom and armed with gray synchronic swords named Intricate and Innovate, spoke with discernment. "The storm has challenged not only our linguistic foundations but also our ability to innovate. Let us harness the power of Intricate and Innovate to fortify Mercurio, ensuring its linguistic strength as we approach Treasure Island. The pyramids of old shall guide us in this endeavor." Aaron Sawyer, the master competitor, rallied the crew with red synchronic swords named Design and Develop. The Tempest was a competition against nature itself, and now, let us turn it into a competition for linguistic excellence. Each stroke of our swords shall be a step closer to claiming the treasure that awaits us on the island. Design and Develop will transform Mercurio into a grand arena of linguistic mastery. As the settlers engaged in their dialogue, each swordbearer brought forth their unique linguistic perspective. The holographic projection highlighted the damaged sections, and the settlers, armed with their personally named synchronic swords, discussed the intricate dance required to repair and reinforce the ship's linguistic structure. Dillon E.T directed tempo and rhythm to harmonize with the damaged sections, invoking the table symbols that would mend the syntax and pronunciation affected by the Tempest. Elizabeth, with electric and echo, deciphered the linguistic imprints on the sails, identifying areas where the ruby swords could infuse new energy and clarity. Lucy Stearns utilized syntax and structure to weave a web of linguistic coherence, ensuring that the repaired sections seamlessly integrated with the existing structure. E.T, drawing from the wisdom of his gray swords, delved into the intricacies of the damaged linguistic landscape, identifying opportunities for innovation and improvement. Aaron Sawyer, with design and develop, turned the repair process into a competitive endeavor, challenging the settlers to excel in their linguistic craftsmanship. Each stroke of the swords became a brushstroke on the canvas of Mercurio, transforming the ship into a living testament to the settlers' linguistic prowess. As Mercurio sailed on, guided by the settlers' unique language, the Tempest may have raged the night before, but the ship and its linguistic crew remained steadfast on their course through the uncharted waters of Treasure Island. The Odyssey of Semantic Creation continued, propelled forward by the Hunter-class sailing ship, Mercurio, a living embodiment of the settlers' faith, wisdom, and linguistic prowess. The settlers, united in their linguistic purpose, gazed toward the horizon of Treasure Island, their swords ready to shape the landscape and claim the linguistic treasure that awaited them. The additive manufacturing of syntactic structures through the dance of synchronic swords had become not just a means of survival but a voyage of linguistic discovery and mastery on the high seas. The dialogues echoed with the promise of uncharted linguistic territories and the pursuit of excellence in the realm of 3DGR. Chapter 5. The shores of Treasure Island welcomed the crew of Mercurio as they anchored in a secluded cove, surrounded by lush vegetation and the rhythmic whispers of the ocean. The Tempest-torn but resilient graphene ship stood proudly, a testament to the settlers' unwavering faith and linguistic ingenuity. As the crew disembarked onto the sandy shores, Dillon E.T, the reader of the seven-sealed scroll, led the way with tempo and rhythm at his side. The crew gathered on the beach, surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of Treasure Island. The landscape seemed to respond to their presence, eager to witness the next chapter of the settlers' linguistic odyssey. Dillon E.T, with a glint in his eyes, addressed the crew, "My companions, we stand on the shores of a new frontier, a realm where our linguistic prowess shall shape the destiny of this island. Let our synchronic swords dance once more, and through the Amos and the 3DGR, let us build an enchanted citadel of linguistic artistry." The settlers, each armed with their personally named synchronic swords, stepped forward to participate in the grand process of linguistic creation. Elizabeth, Lucy Stearns, Commander E.T, and Aaron Sawyer joined Dillon E.T in wielding their swords, electric and echo, syntax and structure, intricate and innovate, design and develop, respectively. The crew, now a linguistic fellowship, activated their swords in unison, invoking the rules of interaction embedded in the 3DGR. As they unleashed the power of their synchronic swords, the landscape of Treasure Island transformed into a canvas for their linguistic endeavors. The 3DGR batteries hummed in harmony, resonating with the intricate dance of the settlers' swords. The table symbols manifested in vibrant colors, representing the vowels and consonants that would shape the syntactic structures within the landscape. The settlers, guided by the Amos, commenced the additive manufacturing of syntactic structures, embedding the 3DGR into the very fabric of the island. The landscape responded to their linguistic dance, as neighborhoods of interacting 3DGRs formed, following the mathematical principles of the golden ratio. The anchoring 3DGR served as the foundation, and additional 3DGRs attached in inverted or oriented positions created a complex tapestry of semantic structures. In the midst of this linguistic ballet, the crew focused on constructing a castle through the process of growing artificial citizens. The 3DGR batteries, now integrated into the landscape, became the foundation for the establishment of machine units, the building blocks of the artificial citizen. The settlers activated the rules of interaction, positioning and orienting additional 3DGRs to initiate the controlled growth of machine units within the castle's framework. Elizabeth, with her electric and echo swords, focused on the communication aspect of the artificial citizen's brain. The dendritic arms, interconnected 3DGRs, facilitated the exchange of signals between machine units. The signaling rules of the 3DGR enhanced the efficiency of communication, creating a neural network within the castle that rivaled the complexity of any natural brain. Lucy Stearns, wielding syntax and structure, delved into the organization aspect. The degrees of linking and separation within the machine units formed a sophisticated network, enabling emergent behaviors and intelligent responses. The castle's brain exhibited a harmony of organization, a testament to the settlers' understanding of the linguistic intricacies. Commander Imhotep, inspired by ancient wisdom and armed with intricate and innovate, focused on the construction of the machine unit. The three-layered structure, consisting of the radiation core, interactant body, and dendritic arms, came to life within the castle's framework. The settlers incorporated principles from the 3DGR battery, rules of interaction, signaling rules, and the machine unit, creating a masterpiece of linguistic engineering. Aaron Sawyer, the master competitor, with design and develop in hand, transformed the castle into a grand arena of excellence. Each stroke of his swords was a brushstroke on the canvas of the castle, shaping its linguistic architecture with precision and creativity. The settlers' competitive spirit elevated the castle to new heights of linguistic mastery. In the final stage of growing the artificial citizen's brain, the settlers witnessed the culmination of their efforts. The castle, now a living entity, hummed with the energy of interacting machine units. The brain of the artificial citizen, a result of controlled growth, effective communication, and intricate organization, radiated a pulsating brilliance. Dillon E.T, gazing at the enchanted citadel, spoke with pride, "Behold, my companions, the fruits of our linguistic artistry. The castle stands as a testament to our faith, wisdom, and the power of the 3DGR language. Let this be a beacon, guiding the way for future settlers on the shores of Treasure Island." As the settlers marveled at their creation, the enchanted citadel of linguistic artistry on Treasure Island bore witness to the settlers' triumphant journey through the uncharted waters of semantic creation. The odyssey of the semantic frontier continued, propelled forward by the Hunter-class sailing ship, Mercurio, and the settlers' indomitable spirit of exploration and linguistic mastery. The island echoed with the whispers of a new language, a language born from the harmonious dance of synchronic swords and the additive manufacturing of syntactic structures within the 3D landscape. Chapter 6. As Mercurio anchored in the secluded cove of Treasure Island, the settlers, armed with synchronic swords and guided by the principles of 3D and Amos, eagerly disembarked onto the sandy shores. Unbeknownst to them, a lone inhabitant named Seraphin resided on the island, existing in solitude and harmony with the natural beauty surrounding her. Seraphin, a timeless figure with an aura of enchantment, had lived a solitary existence, unaware of the linguistic marvels unfolding on Treasure Island. Her days were filled with the rhythmic whispers of the ocean, the rustling of the lush vegetation, and the occasional visits of exotic creatures that called the island home. Yet, little did she know that her world was about to undergo a transformative awakening. As the settlers ventured further into the heart of the island, they discovered Seraphin's haven, a serene oasis tucked away in the embrace of vibrant foliage. Seraphin, captivated by the sudden intrusion, emerged from her sanctuary with an air of curiosity, her eyes reflecting a timeless wisdom. Dillon E.T, the reader of the seven-sealed scroll, approached Seraphin, introducing himself and the settlers. He spoke of the linguistic journey aboard Mercurio, the harmonious dance of synchronic swords, and the enchanting language of 3D embedded within the landscape. Seraphin, intrigued by this revelation, listened attentively as Dillon E.T unfolded the narrative of Mercurio's transformation into both ship and castle. The settlers, he explained, had harnessed the power of Amos and 3D to create an enchanted citadel, a testament to their faith, wisdom, and linguistic prowess. As Seraphin absorbed the unfolding tale, a spark of recognition ignited within her eyes. The settlers, now joined by tempo and rhythm in their linguistic dance, invited Seraphin to experience the beauty of the synchronic swords and the intricate patterns of 3D. In this chapter of awakening, Seraphin, the lone inhabitant of Treasure Island, discovered the boundless realm of linguistic possibilities. The settlers, now united with her in the harmonious dance of swords, introduced her to the transformative power of the 3D language and the enchantment woven into the fabric of Mercurio, now both ship and castle. The linguistic odyssey continued, with Seraphin becoming an integral part of the settlers' journey, her presence adding a timeless and mystical dimension to the unfolding narrative. Chapter 7. The revelation of Seraphin's knowledge about the Philosopher's Stone sent ripples through the settlers, igniting a fervor for the mystical artifact that could hold the key to unparalleled wisdom and power. Seraphin, the alchemical guardian of Treasure Island, now stood before the settlers, a sphinx-like enigma, ready to unveil the trial that would determine their worthiness to wield the coveted stone. In the heart of the enchanted citadel, surrounded by the vibrant hues of the 3D landscape and the harmonious echoes of synchronic swords, Seraphin revealed the nature of the trial. Her eyes, ancient and wise, held a glint of anticipation as she addressed the crew. "Brave seekers of the Philosopher's Stone," Seraphin began, her voice a melodic resonance that seemed to weave into the very fabric of the island. "To prove your worthiness, you must embark on a journey of self-discovery and mastery. The stone, a vessel of alchemical energy, responds only to those whose spirits are aligned with the fundamental principles of creation, transformation, and enlightenment. As she spoke, the landscape transformed into a series of interconnected chambers, each guarded by the symbolic representation of alchemical elements. The crew gazed in awe as the first chamber revealed itself, adorned with the emblem of Mercury, a symbol of transformation and fluidity. To unlock the first gate, Seraphin continued, you must demonstrate your mastery over the fluidity of language. Use the synchronic swords to weave a linguistic tapestry that harmonizes with the essence of Mercury. Speak the language of transformation, where words flow like a river, and let the 3DGR respond to the ebb and flow of your linguistic dance. The settlers, determined and intrigued, stepped forward, each armed with their synchronic swords, tempo and rhythm. The chamber echoed with the rhythmic dance of words and the hum of 3DGR responding to the linguistic energy released by the crew. Upon successful completion, the second chamber materialized, adorned with the emblem of sulfur, a symbol of inner fire and illumination. To unlock the second gate, Seraphin proclaimed, you must delve into the depths of your inner fire. Let the flames of creativity and passion illuminate the path ahead. The alchemical energy within the stone seeks those who can channel the fire of inspiration and creativity into their linguistic endeavors. With renewed determination, the settlers embraced the challenge, infusing their words with the fervor of inner fire. The chamber flickered with ethereal flames, responding to the creative energy that flowed from the crew. The final chamber materialized, marked with the emblem of salt, a symbol of stability and foundation. To unlock the third and final gate, Seraphin declared, you must demonstrate unwavering stability in the face of linguistic challenges. Let the foundations of your linguistic endeavors be solid and unyielding. Only those who can balance the dynamic dance of creativity and stability shall pass through this gate. The settlers, now attuned to the delicate balance between fluidity, fire, and stability, faced the culmination of the trial. The chamber resonated with the echoes of their synchronized swords, creating a harmonious symphony that reverberated through the entire citadel. As the crew stood at the precipice of the Philosopher's Stone, Seraphin, the alchemical guardian, observed their efforts with a knowing gaze. The trial had unveiled the depth of their linguistic mastery, but the ultimate challenge awaited as they stood on the threshold of unlocking the mysteries held within the coveted stone of Treasure Island. The chapter ended on a cliffhanger, leaving the fate of the crew and the destiny of the Philosopher's Stone hanging in the balance. Chapter 8. In the aftermath of the trial, as the settlers stood before Seraphin, their synchronic swords still resonating with the energy of the alchemical chambers, the ancient guardian extended her arms. In her palms materialized the stones of Treasure Island, radiant with an otherworldly glow. Each member of the crew, including Mercurio, was granted 2 identical stones, one for each synchronic sword. These stones, Seraphin explained, are vessels of unparalleled power, each attuned to the principles of creation, transformation, and enlightenment. They are the key to unlocking the full potential of your synchronic swords and the intricate dance of 3DGR within Mercurio. Dillon E.T, with tempo and rhythm in hand, approached Seraphin to receive his stones. The stones emitted a warm, pulsating energy as they fused with the hilts of his synchronic swords. Seraphin spoke, with these stones, the power of time manipulation is at your command. The ebb and flow of linguistic creation can now transcend temporal boundaries. Use it wisely, for time itself shall dance to the rhythm of your synchronic swords. Elizabeth, Lucy Stearns, Commander Imhotep, and Aaron Sawyer, each with their respective synchronic swords, received their stones in turn. Electric and echo, syntax and structure, intricate and innovate, design and develop, all embraced the alchemical energy, resonating with the newfound abilities granted by the stones. Embrace the power of temperature manipulation, Seraphin announced, as the stones integrated seamlessly with the hilts of their synchronic swords. Let the linguistic landscape respond to the warmth or chill of your words. The alchemical fire within these stones shall be the guiding flame for your linguistic mastery. Mercurio, the hunter-class sailing ship turned castle, stood as the culmination of the settler's linguistic journey. Seraphin approached Mercurio, and with a profound gesture, she produced 2 stones, one for the castle and one for the ship. These stones, imbued with the essence of the intricate 3D-GR batteries, carried unique powers that would harmonize with Mercurio's complex linguistic system. For Mercurio, the ship and the castle, these stones hold the power of elemental transmutation, Seraphin revealed. The very fabric of 3D-GR within Mercurio can now transmute elements, shaping the linguistic landscape with unparalleled precision. The castle and ship shall become living artifacts, attuned to the alchemy of linguistic creation. As the stones merged with Mercurio's linguistic framework, the entire citadel resonated with an enhanced energy, reflecting the mastery of the settlers. The stones of Treasure Island had bestowed upon them the ability to manipulate time, temperature, and transmute elements, a trifecta of alchemical powers that would elevate their linguistic journey to unprecedented heights. With the stones now integrated into their synchronic swords and the intricate 3D-GR batteries of Mercurio, the settlers marveled at the newfound potential that lay within their grasp. The linguistic odyssey on Treasure Island had taken a mesmerizing turn, and the settlers, armed with the stones of power, were ready to embark on the next chapter of the odyssey of semantic creation. The citadel hummed with anticipation, echoing the harmonious dance of alchemy that would shape the linguistic destiny of the settlers and their enchanted haven.